Let's kick off this scary yet hilarious adventure. Are you ready? Right in front of this emergency exit, they quickly crashed into a door, only to find a pitch-black hallway on the other side. This is utter despair. Big Black has lost it, and he charged at the window, but the sturdy iron bar shattered his dreams. Felt confused. The weatherman said it would be sunny, yet here he was, questioning why it was pitch dark at 9 a.m. He simply couldn't believe it. This new discovery undoubtedly doubled their sense of despair, however. Big Black remained skeptical and wasn't buying it at all. Argue all they want, reality was still relentless. They had no choice but to pretend to sleep to kill time. But when 1 p.m. rolled around, there was still no sign of the elusive door opening uncle. Anne was at a loss for words and just opted for another round of snoozing. Just then, a flash of light scared them awake, leaving no trace of sleepiness behind. They had to whip out their flashlights for a glow-up. They thought of grabbing a snack, but to their horror, all the food was growing fur. It was like they'd been stuck for days. Big Black suddenly recalled spotting a fire escape to the rooftop while taking photos during the day. Perhaps that was the ticket out. They decided to climb to the roof and exit via the neighboring building. After fumbling, they spotted the employee access sign. However, once they reached the top, they found the stairs blocked by a brick wall. Talk about a major buzzkill. Sayoi subbed behind, her compass spinning like crazy. Looks like they were in a magic field. Suddenly, weird noises echoed in the hall, and everyone dashed towards it, only to find an eerily empty corridor. After a thorough search, realized this hospital was like a maze. They couldn't find Carl Hare anywhere. Total meltdown. They were both exhausted and famished, and they couldn't all rest at once. They had to take shifts. After all, they had no clue what kind of monster was lurking. Just then, the camera turned on. A pile of bricks suddenly popped up from Sayo's back. Talk about brick by brick surprise. And even more astonishingly, Sayo's back suddenly bore the word hello on it. Before they could process it, the intercom crackled with Carl Hare's voice, sounding like he was under some sort of control. His voice trembled, but staying alive is key. Am and the team rushed to find Carl Hare. As they passed through the hallway, a white figure suddenly darted past, giving everyone a scare. Jinan shouted, only to find a woman in a hospital gown in the corner, scattering in panic. Once they calmed down, they noticed the medium was missing, blindly groping around in the dark like a headless chicken. The three hiding had no idea what had happened to the medium. Eyes had zipped by in a blink. Just as someone was about to break down, a crushing sound echoed outside, but they were too scared to step out. When Jinren woke up again, he found someone had strapped a bracelet on them, detailing the personal info had they been mistaken for patients. Saoyu had totally lost it, screaming at Big Black like a shattered record. She wailed that they couldn't stay there any longer, otherwise they'd be sealed for good. Anne decided to seek an exit together, but questions arose. Should they find their friends first or worry about their own escape? Suddenly, Jinren was freaking out in a panic, darting around everywhere. They finally found the missing Carl Hare, helplessly curled up in a corner, looking just like a cat that had been beaten harshly. Saoyu and the others tried to comfort him, but Carl Hare kept muttering "stay away," clearly a bit shaken. Eerie sounds echoed outside once more. Evidently, they couldn't remain here any longer. They rushed to a small room, asking Carl Hare what had happened, but he looked at them like they were strangers. Big Black grumbled, "If you're gonna die or not, at least tell us why." They only got back, "Just wait until you're like me." Decided they should take a short rest here before proceeding to make any further plans. But soon, screeching sounds jolted everyone awake again, as arms in black gloves popped out of the ceiling. Screams filled the hospital. Little Hare dashed into the bathroom. Realizing their location, they decided to change rooms to hide again. Just as they were about to leave, Little Hare suddenly stopped in front of the bathtub. The tub was filled with blood. Big Black sensed something was off and urgently shouted for Little Hare to get out, but he backed away as if under spell. He walked away. He disappeared. He's dead. After a moment of calm, Little Hare started his quest for the exit. They quickly reached the elevator doors, which wouldn't budge because of the power outage. Seeing Little Fang and Little Fish were nearly scared silly, had to leave them behind to wait while he looked for tools to pry open the elevator doors. He grabbed a metal rod from the bed, turning back when a red object on the floor caught his eye. Upon closer inspection, it was a severed tongue. Nearly jumped out of his skin. Screaming, he rushed to find Saoi, who used the rod to bang open the elevator door, but just as he was about to climb down, strange noises erupted from the room again. Signaled for the others to back off. Carefully tiptoeing towards the opposite side. Miraculously, he was safe. Just then, Saoi rushed over to shut the door, but unexpectedly, Little Hare flipped on the camera. He let out a silly laugh, only to turn around and see Little Hare had fallen into the elevator shaft. What a gruesome surprise. They rushed to Little Hare, realizing it was too late. Yes, and wasn't deterred by what lay before him, everyone had to keep searching for an exit.